My name's Wes Farnell from 8 Ounce Coffee. Today I'm going to be talking to you about a grinder that is coming very soon. We're really excited about it. It's the Timemore Chestnut X. Now you may be used to hearing about the C2 from Timemore, which is probably one of the best value hand grinders that you'll get on the market, but this isn't that. Now this grinder has been designed to be the best grinder they could make. That's from entirely redesigning the burr set to choosing premium materials and making sure everything about this screams premium. Now this is to compete in the same level as the Comandantes and Kinus, but it just presents itself in a slightly different way. So I'm going to talk through this grinder and tell you why we love it and we think that you should be buying it when it hits the shelves. So firstly, let's talk about the grinder overall. It's quite heavy. It's a little bit heavier than a Comandante by about 140 grams, which takes it to around the 760 grams point. So I will say straight away, if you don't like heavy grinders, this is not going to be for you. However, it does make it just feel super premium and super high quality. With regards to the burr set in this, they have entirely redesigned a burr set to give the best possible grind that they think they can achieve. Now, we will have another more in-depth review of this later that goes through the grind results we've had comparing it to all the other grinders that we have. What I can say for now is the grind is very, very similar to a Comandante. So let's start at the top of the grinder. Now the grind is a unibody construction itself, but we then of course have the grind bin and we have the handle. The handle has a folding mechanism. It has an aluminium knob on the top here to turn, and it can fold up and down nice and easily. It also has a little bit of rubber here, so when it does fold onto the body, it doesn't damage it. For the grinder itself, it has the newly designed S to C, that spike to cut burr set that Timemore have designed, and we'll get into more detail about that in another review later. One of the most interesting things about this grinder is the dialing mechanism. Now most hand grinders you want to set to a 0 and then click back. With this grinder you've got absolute position, so you will never have to go through that really annoying process again. Now it also has two different parts. It has a macro and a micro adjust, so you can actually dial in for larger steps for pour overs, but you can go into even more detail with espresso and dialing in just super fine on anything you want with regards to brewing coffee. Now you have 0 to 22 on the main dial, and then you can split each of those into five different sections. Now the main clicks equate to about 80 microns, and the smaller clicks to around 15 microns. So as you can hopefully see around the outside here, you have the larger steps, and to change the inside steps, you're going to turn this little knob on the inside. It's nice and easy. It's sort of like having a Comandante and a red clicks combined. Now, another thing that I really like about this grinder is the grind spin. Not only is it sturdy and it's safe, so when I drop it, it's not going to break, but also the way it connects is really nice. I really dislike when you have to screw things on and on and on and off and off and off, things that you use regularly, particularly hand grinders. Now in this case, it has two different mechanisms. It has a very short turn to get it into place, so that's half a turn and it will lock. And there are also some little bearings just on the inside that gives it a little click when it goes into place, so you know that it's there. And of course it's been engineered so well that it lines up every time. And it has to line up because it is not a circular body to the grinder. And that's been designed for grip, so you'll see that it is slightly square. Now, that means you can grip it really nicely when you're grinding. But if you look on the inside, it's hollowed out circular. So it would be the same as any other grinder that you're normally looking at. Now it has a capacity of around that 30 to 35 grams, and it grinds at least an equal speed to the other grinders that we've played with. And again, we'll get into more details in further reviews. But generally, the engineering and design of this is it's just really pleasurable. And the quality translates when it does one of my favorite party tricks, which is this, and it just shows you how good the design and the bearings and tolerances are on this. Now, I've been using this now for around 4 months, and I've really enjoyed using it for both pour over and espresso. Now espresso, like anything, can take a little more to dial in, but honestly, I've really enjoyed this grinder and just the whole process of using it is just really nice from start to finish. So just a couple more details about the Chestnut X grinder. There is the Chestnut X name etched onto the back, and onto the front you have a gold logo that's been put into there, which just raises that style up a little, another level. Overall, the Chestnut X has been a great grinder to use. It's going to be about the same price as a Comandante with a red clicks. Now, red clicks is the thing that allows you to take finer steps or smaller steps on a Comandante together. But I think it just feels like a super premium product, and it delivers the same output as you would from a Comandante. It will be down to personal preference in the end, but the fact that you have such flexibility and that you can have absolute grind settings and communicate those is just a big win for me in a hand grinder. Thank you so much for watching today. Make sure you subscribe so every Thursday when we release new content, you'll be the first person to see it. Now soon we'll have a full review of the Timemore Chestnut X coming, along with a comparison of grinders, so if you like this today, you'll definitely want to see those. My name is Wes Farnell. Thank you so much for watching again, and happy brewing.